In the vast ocean of space, a tiny starship glided silently, its flaps shining like silver wings. Among them, the smallest flap, no bigger than a storybook, beamed with pride. It had a big dream to protect its beloved ship and crew, no matter what awaited beyond the stars. But before we get to that, let us start at the beginning. The morning sun cast a golden glow over the launch pad where the ship stood tall, poised for the stars. The little flap felt the excitement in the air. This is the beginning, it thought, as the countdown echoed before their grand journey. With a thunderous roar, the engines ignited, flames touching the dawn. The little flap, along with the ship, soared upwards, leaving trails of white against the blue sky. To Mars and beyond, the crew declared, as the little flap embarked on its voyage into the unknown. As the ship ascended, the boosters, the helpers that pushed the ship into space, finished providing thrust. The little flap watched, its heart racing in suspense. "Farewell, brave companions," it said, as the boosters detached, falling away like meteors returning to the sea below. With a gentle nudge, the ship was free, gliding smoothly into the vastness of space. The little flap felt lighter, almost dancing among the stars now. Onward, to the red world, it called out, as the Earth became a blue marble in the darkness of space. The rocket ship, a marvel of the cosmos, was to journey through our home galaxy, the Milky Way. Its mission to visit the red planet. The little flap, glistening under starlight, knew that a special day was to come. The day when they would return to Earth, and it would face a great trial of courage. Beyond the moon's white glow, the ship sailed towards the red sand deserts of Mars. The little flap, entrusted with precious cargo, felt the weight of hope and humanity. Onwards to new horizons it hummed, as the ship carried the dreams of those destined to call Mars home. As they ventured along the way, a comet streaked past, its tail a shimmering banner across the stars. The little flap felt a kinship with the wanderer of space, both small, yet part of something large. "We are travellers on a long journey," it whispered, awed by the beauty of the cosmos. Mars grew larger in view, a glowing point in our solar system. The little flap watched over the sleeping colonists during the trip, their breaths gentle rhythms in the silence of space. It whispered stories of Earth's blue oceans and green forests until they reached their new world. The red dust swirled as the ship descended towards Mars' surface. The little flap, its sensors alert, helped to navigate the rocky terrain. Steady now, it guided as thrusters fired, cushioning the landing amidst the dusty plains of an alien world. With a soft thud, the ship touched Mars' soil. The little flap, once a dreamer of distant worlds, had arrived. It peered out at the vast, quiet desert, its mission fulfilled. "We are here," it signaled to the crew, "welcome to your new beginning." The hatch opened, and the colonists stepped out, their boots imprinting human marks on Mars. The little flap watched, its heart full, as families embraced, their eyes brimming with tears of joy. "This is home," they said, gazing at the red horizon. The colonists began to build on the planet, their hands shaping the future. Domes created from the dust, gardens bloomed with Earth's plants, and laughter echoed in the Martian air. The little flap, perched above, smiled. My journey was for this, it thought, for their dreams to come true. The Martian sky darkened as swirling dust clouds approached. The little flap, though wary, stood resolute. "I've braved the void of space," it declared. "I can brave this storm." It tightened its bolts, a steadfast shield against the fierce winds. The storm raged, battering the ship with red fury. Inside, the colonists slept, unaware of the harsh winds outside. The little flap, vibrating with the force of the storm, held on. For the dreamers, it thought, for the future, and with that, it weathered the storm. The Martian dawn became visible, casting a soft light on the ship as it prepared for departure. The little flap, once a part of Earth, now a part of Mars' history, readied itself for the journey back. "Let's go home," it signaled, as engines hummed in agreement. With a burst of fire and dust, the ship ascended, leaving behind the red landscape and the dreams it helped to leave on the planet. The little flap looked down at the colony, a patchwork of human spirit, and whispered, "Until we meet again," soaring into the Martian sky. Travelling back now, among the dance of cosmic lights, the ship encountered a nebula, a cloud painted with the universe's palette. The little flap marvelled at the colours, a spectacle of purples and blues, its surface reflecting the celestial artistry. "Space is full of wonders," it mused. As Earth grew closer, the crew prepared for descent. The little flap, once just a piece of the ship, now felt like its guardian. "This is my moment," it thought, as the blue sky's glow grew brighter, a shining light calling them home. The countdown began, and the engines roared to life. The little flap, along with its fellow flaps, braced as the ship shook. "Hold tight," it whispered to itself, ready to face the heat that would soon envelop them in a fiery hug. Suddenly, a bright orange blaze surrounded the ship. The little flap felt the heat, more intense than anything before. "Stay strong," it cheered itself on as it held firm, becoming a guardian of hope for the starship racing towards Earth. Through the roaring blaze, the little flap glimpsed the vast ocean and towering mountains below. It held on with all its might, telling tales of its space travels to the rushing wind, a shielded guide on the ship's homeward voyage. The ship trembled as it sliced through the clouds, but the little flap did not falter. "I am brave, I am strong," it chanted, a tiny but mighty force against the intense heat, guiding the ship closer to the safety of the land. As the ship descended, the little flap saw the welcoming lights of the city twinkling like distant stars. Almost there, it beamed with joy. Its duty nearly done, it held steadfast, a beacon of resilience for all to see as the ship glided towards the landing pad. With the landing pad in sight, the landing crew cheered, their hearts full of gratitude for the little flap. "You did it," they exclaimed. The flap, now glowing from the heat and its own courage, prepared for the final moment of its journey, ready to touch down on land. The ship touched the ground, and the ship came to a gentle halt. The little flap, warm and weary, had completed its mission. The smoke cloud cleared, and it felt the cool breeze of Earth, a sweet reward for its bravery. "Welcome back," the world seemed to say. As the ship rested on the landing pad, glowing from all of the heat, the little flap cooled down, its damaged surface a display of the journey's struggle. Children gathered around, their eyes wide with wonder. "Look, it's the hero flap," they cheered, their voices a melody of awe and admiration. The little flap, once an unsung hero, now basked in the spotlight. It had shown the world that even the smallest can achieve true greatness. "Dream big," it seemed to say, as the children dreamed of their own adventures among the stars. The end.